Hey guys, and welcome to another Dark Star cast. First, I would also like to just take a moment to thank our new sponsor who just got on board recently, Whatnet. Do check them out at whatnet.com. Do follow them on Twitter. All the links are in fact down below. And right now I'm just going to get into this game, which is going to be played on Neoplanet S between the Zerg player BadBorz in the bottom left corner of Neoplanet S. On the top right hand side we have our own Dark Star Shadowelock, the blue Terran. And yeah, man, I really like Neoplanet S, and I gotta say, snow maps, man, look sexy. So very sexy. So very awesome. And who else looks awesome is Shadowelock with his awesome Terran decal. I really like some of the new decals, but I believe the Terrans have it best because the way it just burns out and stuff looks really awesome. And let's see, also BadBorz with some of these unique skins. I do believe he is about level 46 or 48 master, while our own Shadowelock is about level 23 or so. It doesn't really matter, the level doesn't really define your skill, it just gives you all these extra goodies, which is really nice. It gives the people, like some people, incentive to play ladder, to play custom games, etc, etc, so you can unlock the dances, unlock the animations, like other than the dances. Although I think they only have dances right now, but they have skins, they have portraits, they've got a lot of stuff, which is really cool. And what are we going to see from these two guys? Zerg versus Terran has kind of taken a bit of a change lately because of Reaper aggression and stuff like that early on. Widow Mines have also made this matchup more interesting, as you can die horribly or kill the Terran straight up. And looks like Shadowelock going to be playing very greedy this game, going for a command center first. Well, the Zerg player does opt for a hatch first play, and the Zerg player could actually play this very greedily if he wanted to go for a third hatch. But the thing is, he does actually scout it. He does get a good scout in, and it looks like, no, the drone will be left for dead. It looks like it's going to be captive of Shadowelock, and Shadowelock's going to have to seduce this Zerg player, and it looks like he's trying to get it to become an extractor. But the question is, will he become an extractor, or will he become a real boy? And it looks like, yep, going to be double expanding. Going for his third before making a pool. You can do it in this case, but the question is, will he actually punish his opponent, because he has gone for the gas, and he does have barracks, which should be finished in time to make a first Reaper and pump that Reaper out. And Reapers can be quite a bit of a problem for Zerg players, as you do need queens, you do need spine crawlers to help fend them off your mineral line and keep them away. And if you really want to kill them outright, you need to have Zergling speed. So it looks like the Zerg player wisely going to go for gas, so he can like start Zergling speed as fast as possible to negate Reapers, to negate even like the odd Hellion. But it looks like we're seeing a Marine first, could possibly be seeing a Reaper second. And no, just going for the double Marines. Shadowelock is like, screw the meta game, man. I'm just going to do my own thing, and I'm going to beat you fair and square. It looks like he's going to be going for Factory. Could be seeing some Hellions. Won't be seeing any Hellbats, because you need to get a armory out for the Hellbat transformation. And interesting position on the spawning pool. I kind of like it. Gives it a nice kind of block. But then again, if you get dropped from behind, your units are going to have to run around to intercept that drop, but still, it's not bad. I kind of like the position. And this SCV, man, is partying and living La Vida Loca. And BadBorz keeping one drone into his extractor, just going to be keeping some gas mining, but not necessarily going balls deep. 3 queens are being made at the moment, as the third did finish. And it looks like he'll be going to epic macro mode. This is really nice, actually. Shadowelock's just going to let him at the moment. But it looks like he'll be going for some Hellion play right now. Gonna get that reactor up, gonna move this barracks any second, and Shadowelock is like, screw you, man, I'm gonna make a third command center, I'm gonna play this 4GG style, and I would not be surprised if we saw a starport any second. And look at that, man, this looks cool. Gotta say, those GSL guys know how to make maps. And first queen just pooping out a tumor. She knows that she can't keep production off of 3 bases at the moment until there are enough drones on the field. There are 17 and about 31 drones, so he's going to need much more in the drone count to really be able to do significant injects. Otherwise, they'll just have a lot of extra larvae not doing much. And here we go. Baneling Nest is on the way. No extra gas is on the way either. And there we go. Speed just finished as well, so the Lynx should be more than enough. And here we go. Lynx should be more than enough to deal with these Hellions, and it looks like the Hellions will intercept the Creep Tumor. No, ran right by that Creep Tumor. Gonna be making a beeline. Actually, not making any beelines. Just gonna go in and then go out again. Because why not? And here we go. Raptor. Wow, I see why guys were a bit angry about the Raptor skin. It looks kind of trippy watching these Raptors. It looks like we'll be seeing some Baneling, Speedling aggression, but it leaves the main base so very vulnerable right now. There's only Queens to defend, but here we go. Runs straight into the mineral line. Goes, makes a beeline for the SCVs. Some SCVs taking a lot of significant damage. A few SCVs have actually died, but there's more than enough to actually defend. And some SCVs just like standing there just to try and bug out the AI. And looks like Shadowelock will be more than ready to deal with this. But a lot of SCVs have actually died in that aggression. And let's see, it's been 10 SCVs, 10 workers. Huge blow and well played by the Zerg player. And I'm not sure why the nameplates didn't come up. If I did not bring them up early, then I apologize, guys. And 10 drones are on the way. Evo, double Evo chambers, of course, at the front, making this choke as narrow as possible so you can defend against these Hellion run-bys. And we'll be seeing some, actually no, we're going to be seeing bioplay as there's double armory. And of course the second Rax is being made. And we should be seeing, yep, a couple more supply depots will in fact be made, and these Hellions will try and make something happen. Something significant needs to happen, but guess what? There is a spine crawler, a very defensive spine crawler, which is actually obstructing a lot of these drones, and does catch quite a few drones, but oh, the Lings do manage to come in from the and flank from the side. The question is, will all, yes, actually all the Hellions have died, so Shadowelock is very far behind at this point. As for a Terran player to lose this much this early, it's quite significant, but I do believe going bio might be like the best option. And he's continued to make reactors at the moment. Should be seeing some tanks any second now, as you do not need to research siege tech anymore. Tanks do automatically have it. And we're looking at some lair tech at the moment. And of course the +1/+1 should be seeing centrifugal hooks anytime soon. And this one Hellion, Hero Hellion, but it does get surrounded and does die horribly. And it looks like BadBorz is pretty good, man. And additional barracks are being made by Shadowelock. Shadowelock knows that he needs to get some tanks out, he needs to get his tech out, and he needs to get a lot more Marines out. He does have the tech advantage in terms of armor and the ranged attack. Or his infantry level weapons, actually, as there's no melee units in the Terran Dominion. And what are we seeing out of here? We're looking at an infestation pit. Very interesting looking at an infestation pit, as infestors are much more difficult to use, but then against pure bio they can be so very good, especially if you can time it, if you can pull it off really well. So let's just see what's going to happen. It looks like Widowmine, interesting enough, going to be burrowing in, and it looks like it's going to be intercepted. No, it does not. Oh wow, burrowing the Widowmine, saving it at the last second. And also I do believe he took the aggro with the Marine, and now burrowing the Widowmine at the right position. It's going to be interesting to see whether it detonates or not. If it does, that'll be pretty awesome. And another random Baneling comes out of, Ling comes out of nowhere. If that was a random Baneling, that would be horrible for the Terran player. And it looks like Shadowelock opting to go for a, oh, nearly detonates the mine, but the other mines do in fact detonate. And yeah, interesting enough, Shadowelock is opting for the Widow Mine bio play, which can be very, very strong. If you're a strong enough player and strong enough micro, you can just be devastating. While his opponent is going for centrifugal hooks, is getting all his upgrades, and is going for hive tech and transferring a lot of workers across the field, making a massive pilgrimage. Interesting enough, taking this base instead of taking a standard third base over here. Maybe taking the road less traveled. Shadowelock just playing it pretty flash-like, I should say. And just keeping up his macro as much as possible. As you can see by the mineral counts of both players, they are very, very, very good. And yeah, looks pretty standard. I would like to see this spine crawler moved, as it is obstructing a lot of these drones and making it very inefficient mining wise. And there are a lot of light units out on the field right now, so these Widow Mines can just be devastating, especially if he does upgrade the Widow Mines so that they are able to bury in about 1 second instead of their 3 seconds burrow time. And I would also like to see BadBorz go for speed on his overlords, as it does make his overseers much better. And it looks like we did see a detonation over there. No, actually no detonations, just a minor little bit of attack over here. But we could possibly be seeing, oh, nice little pick off. Does kill a couple of lings, but I do believe BadBorz does know that there are units there. But it looks like BadBorz trying to get some ling run buys, and does manage to pick off a couple of SCVs here and there. But I do believe BadBorz is like at a bit of a difficult position because his units are all light, so they can literally all die from one single volley of one of those Widow Mines. And right now, the Shadow is just turtling it up, man. He's like just gonna be confident, gonna try and get into the position which he needs to be in. But no, it looks like he is confident enough to move out at the moment. He's like, screw that, man. I'm nearly maxed out. I'm gonna move across the map and kill you right now. As you can see, the Zerg player is only at 100 supply. I do believe the Zerg player is trying to go into maybe ultra attack, but here we go. That massive drop comes in, but there are no banelings here. Now the banelings finally arrive. The infestors are far in the back, and it looks like, oh god, will he scout out this base? BadBorz is worried. BadBorz is like, if this base gets scouted, the 7th and 8th gases could be under siege. But it looks like we're having a drop in the main. Nice multi-pronged attack, but here we go. Infestors, no! Runs away. And the question is, did he scout out? Yes, he sees the creep. And it looks like he will be going in later on, or at least sometime in the near future. And it looks like moving his main force across as well. There is very little anti-air to be had at the moment. And it looks like the natural and main could both be under siege shortly. And we are not seeing any Ultralisk Cavern, as the Hive has in fact finished. So I'm not sure what BadBorz is going to do, whether he's going to fall apart. But BadBorz is trying to get in some Baneling hits, but no. And some Infestors. Oh, it does waste one fungal growth on... oh, does manage to pick off this... the Shadow, the Widow Mine, but it looks like this 4th is under siege. The natural will be under siege, but there's so many Infestors. The question is, these aren't Wings of Liberty Infestors. But the Banelings roll in, the Infestors are completely out of energy, and that is GG. BadBorz taps out, Shadowelock takes the game, and Shadowelock, in anger and rage, now just gonna tear the whole Zerg army apart, as they are helpless without any Overmind guiding them. And yeah, I'd like to just take this moment again to thank our sponsors yet again, Whatnet, and they're really awesome. They host some mumbles and stuff, and we're really glad to have them on board, and they're just so fucking awesome. Love those guys. Really glad that we got our first sponsor, and yep, I do believe that is all. Do check them out at whatnet.com. Do check us out as well. Follow us on Twitter at DarkstarTV, I do believe, or it's either Darkstar at DarkstarTV or Darkstar at DarkstarSC2. Not really sure if it's one or the other. I will make sure of the break, but I know for a fact that we will have the accurate links down below, guys. So, yep, I'm just gonna like... Actually, no, I was gonna keep following the action, but it looks like Shadowelock's had enough fun. And I'm gonna go into the next replay. I've got about 3 more replays.